What's up, guys? We are back, and today we are breaking down UFC 295. Just happened this Saturday, and I got a lot of thoughts about it. But before we get into it, it says 70% of my viewers are not subscribers. So click that subscribe button and let me know in the comments your biggest hot take from UFC 295. All right? Now let's get into it. Main event. We're going to work our way top to bottom. Alex Pereira wins the 205 strap and becomes the ninth double champ in UFC history. I picked Pereira, and spoiler alert, we snapped the betting streak. All right, we'll get back on the horse next week. But we did bet and pick Pereira, and he got it done. Some people said early stoppage, and I'm not going to lie, when I first saw it, I was like, this might be a little early. But Jiri, being the gentleman he is, the mensch, and he earned a lot of respect from me by saying no. Mark Otter did the right thing. He even doubled down yesterday, Sunday, and said no. Mark Otter did the right thing. I was out of it. So, man, respect to Pereira. I mean, for me, that just kind of closes that book as far as early stoppage, conspiracy, whatever. Pereira's, man, he's different. You look at the shot that landed. It wasn't like the biggest shot. It just caught him. It was just a right hand followed by a left hook, and the left hook just didn't even look like anything crazy, but it put him down. And honestly, let's be real. Even if they didn't stop the fight there, it looked like it was over. He was hurt, fully mounted. It was a high mount. It was gonna get bad there. So Alex Pereira is the champ. Who do y'all want to see him fight next? I know he called out Izzy. You look at 205. I didn't really want to do this too much, so we're not trying to make this video drag on too long. But just real quick, you look at the 205 rankings. I mean, I'm kind of cool with the Izzy move up if they could make it happen, because Ankalaev's coming off a draw and a no contest. He just beat Jiri. Jamal Hill's injured. He just beat Blachowicz. Rakic hasn't fought in forever and coming off an injury. I mean, what? Krylov, Johnny Walker, Anthony Smith? It's kind of tough. So, I'd love to see the Izzy fight. Otherwise, I could see them. I think Jailton. I don't see them pushing Jailton that fast. I could see. Man, it's really like they might just wait for Hill or fight Johnny Walker. I don't know. Are they really gonna try to make the Anthony Smith fight? I don't know, but we'll see what they end up doing. But I am really interested to see how Pereira's title run goes here at 205. He's obviously a problem. We've known that for a while now. But crazy what he could do in just 11 pro fights. Now let's move on to the co-main. We picked Pavlovich. We knew it was going to be close. We knew it was going to be a toss-up. I knew some things were working against Aspinall. I had a feeling he had an injury. I also knew short notice coming off the couch. Pavlovich at least was the backup, But, hey, man, Aspinall stepped up. He got clocked with a couple shots, but stayed in there. I think maybe Pavlovich thought he was a little bit more hurt than he was. Got a little overly aggressive and got clipped, man. Aspinall did his thing. Looked great. Really excited to see, and I wish it was the real championship. I look at him as the real heavyweight champion. It's not that John Jones has been out. He hasn't. It's not just that he hasn't fought, and it's only been like a couple months, but he's not planning on fighting Aspinall. He's not planning on fighting any of these newcomers. So, not even newcomers, but like younger guys. He just wants to fight Stipe, and for me, Aspinall's the champ. I'm not saying I would pick him over John Jones. I think that would be a really interesting fight, and I hope they can find a way to make it. But, man, I think for Aspinall, going back to this since I got it up, with John out for a while, he obviously, I think Gon needs to fight again. He's had a couple title fights. I could see them doing Cyril Gon and Jailton Almeida. And I could see them doing Aspinall versus Curtis Blades, the rematch since what happened last time. And that's an interesting fight, man. Blades is no slouch. So I would be interested in that fight. That's what I'd like to see for Pavlovich, He had a 6-fight first-round finish. Just like Jiri, I think both of them will come back. Give him some time. Let him have 6 months off, and let's get him back out there. I don't think you can go wrong for either of them. Any way you want to match that up, man, they're both going to produce entertaining fights. So, don't write either of them off yet. But let's move on to Mackenzie Dern and Jessica Andrade, man. Mackenzie Dern, 3 years ago, I'd have been all over Andrade in this. I really thought Mackenzie Dern was starting to turn a corner, but, man, she looked like she regressed on Saturday night. Just looked lost on the feet. First time she got hit, I was like, oh no, this is not going to end well. And Andrade just did not let her off the hook, man. Stayed on her, just pressured her, just landing hard shots. Dern was just outclassed on the feet. And yeah, first time Andrade just looked alive in several fights. She's back on it, man. Look out for Andrade. Just like that, snaps that losing streak. And what's next for Mackenzie Dern, man? I don't know. She's not too old. She's got time as far as age, but she took a lot of damage, man. She's probably going to want to take some time off, get in the gym, try to go get Jason Pereira back on the staff. Because that striking, man, the striking and the wrestling is just not good enough to get it to her wheelhouse in the jiu-jitsu. But, this opens back up Jessica Andrade for a bunch of fun fights. She only really is in entertaining fights for the most part. One of the most entertaining female fighters in the history of the sport. So, happy for her. Hopefully Mackenzie Dern, takes some time to try to improve. But let's move on to this Benoit Saint Denis fight. We knew that was going to be a banger. I liked the plus money because Matt Favola, I knew was going to make it into a dogfight. But, man, he did. Benoit Saint Denis, man, stepped up. Landed that big head kick, man. That was huge. He looked good. He's calling for some big fights. I hope he gets them. The guy's clearly good. He's big for the division. He's well-rounded. He's clearly tough as hell and durable. So, interested to see who he fights next. Favola, tough loss. Really big fan of the guy. But I'm sure he'll bounce back. He's an entertaining fighter, so the UFC likes the guy. I'm sure they'll get him back in there. Give him some time. He's taken a good bit of damage in his career. So give him 6 months and let him get back out there. He'll still have some fun fights ahead of him. But Benoit Saint Denis, let's get him a ranked guy. Favola I think was like 14, so let's get Benoit Saint Denis like a Moicano or something. That'd be cool. But next up we had Diego Lopez beat Pat Sabatini. Man. Diego Lopez, man, this dude is turning into an MMA Twitter favorite. People love this guy, and I can see why. Super entertaining, fun striker, obviously aggressive submissions and good jiu-jitsu. Man, he had Pat Sabatini hurt. Lopez, man, he looked good, man. I want to see this guy fight. Maybe a 14, 15 ranked guy. He's obviously really good. It's a tough division, but, I'm interested to see him fight some high-class guys. So, we'll see what's next for him. I forgot my water. But I think Diego Lopez definitely has a lot of potential. He still has time to get there, even though he has 29 fights. Pretty crazy. Next up, it was a pretty solid performance from Steve Erceg. Not a whole lot to say there. Two guys, plenty of time to get better. We'll see Costa back. I still think he's pretty solid for the division. Steve Erceg, a lot of people were on the underdog side of Costa. But, it was a good performance. Can't be mad at it. I'd like to see both of them. The division is, I'm glad it's got some new young guys. It was a fun fight. Same with the Lupita Godinez, Tabitha Ricci. Those are two fun prospects. Ricci, it was a close fight, man. Honestly, it was competitive. But Godinez did win clear. I don't think it should have been. Split just means somebody thought Ricci won. I don't think there was an argument for that, but it was a competitive fight. Ricci's good. She's just a little small. She's a little small, even against a smaller girl like Lupita. And since the skills are pretty close, the size did seem to matter a little bit. Matus Rebecki, I mean, he went in there and did what he was supposed to do. Obviously, I do think the line was a little crazy, but hopefully they can give Rebecki like a ranked guy. I mean, he's 19-1. It's time to get out there and fight some tough, some high quality opponents. So, good win for him. As far as Nazim Sadikov, it was a draw with Borshev. Those guys both have. I mean, if Borshev could just work on his wrestling, man, he would be a serious prospect for the division. I mean, his striking is super good. This Nazim Sadikov, I mean, we knew he had potential. I think both of them still have good upside for the division. Definitely interested to see him fight more. Two fun fighters for sure, and I wasn't mad at the draw. Jared Gordon, Mark Madsen. Gordon, I mean, you don't see Mark Madsen get hurt like that, but Gordon put him out, man. That was pretty crazy, Mark Madsen. We haven't seen that happen to him like that. So definitely good to see Gordon. I like Gordon, so cool to see him come in and do what he was supposed to do. But I know a lot of people were on Mark Madsen. I don't think anybody saw him getting knocked out like that. But next up with the John Castaneda Kung Ho Kong fight. I mean, most people thought that was going to decision. It was a good fight, but Castaneda just, I mean, he's good. I think Kong, he just hasn't been looking as good. I mean, he did have a couple wins recently, but not his best performance. Does seem like he's getting a little up there. I think he's still got a couple fights left in him, but does seem like he's on the downswing. We'll see if Castaneda can string a couple together. I do like the kid. Like he's definitely got a well-rounded, solid wrestling, good hands. But we'll see. It was a good win for sure. Same with this. I mean, both these guys, these Borjas and Joshua Van, man, they threw down. That was a great fight. Started off the card. It was a decision, but it was a fun one. Borjas was coming at him. Then he got a little tired, slowed down. Van was able to work the body. He was working the body nice, man. They had the commentators like losing their mind over the body work, acting like they'd never seen a body shot before. But no, it was nice. Borjas started off really strong. Came in as a decent underdog and looked good, but did get tired. Van, man, I mean, the body work was sick. And then Jamal Emmers, it just sucks he missed weight because he looked great, got the finish, and Buzeka is hard to finish. I always butcher his name. But Bazooka, as Chris Weidman says, he's tough to put away, so that was impressive. Man, it was a good card, man. Both the title fights are really fun. The whole main card was finishes. Who do y'all want to see Alex fight next? Who do you want to see Aspinall fight next? Let me know in the comments. Definitely appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys won some money. I broke my streak. I had a bad betting week, but we'll bounce back next week. Man, it was a crazy card. Lots of just crazy outcomes, but fun fights. I enjoyed the card a lot. The UK crowd is always a good. They always kill it. They're always hype as hell. But appreciate y'all. Like the video, subscribe, click the bell, and turn notifications on. I will catch you guys for my breakdown for next card. I just dropped the Alex Pereira showcase for UFC 5, and I'm dropping a Tom Aspinall one tomorrow, so look out for that. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys for the next one.